Hi crafty friends, Mary here. I'm working on my card for the current Craft Roulette submission. I actually created the card yesterday and I'm going to create another one and film it this time. So it's a easel card. Let's see if it's recording. See? And so the parameter was an easel card with a black background, a camping theme, and what was the final, the random element? Tone on tone. So it was, yes, it was easel card, black background, camping, and easel. So I created this card that has it's all black. The camping elements comes from a stamp set by Strawberry Jude Stamps, and the stamp is called, does it have a name? I don't see a name on the stamp itself. I don't see a name on the stamp. Oh, here. I think it's right here. Let's see. Camping. Camping with Bear and Bunny. Yeah, Camping with Bear and Bunny. It's a really cute stamp set. I've used it once or twice before. And I had several pre-colored images that I used on this. So, and what I did was for the tone on tone, I inked the background with a little bit. I tried inking it with black, black suit, but it didn't show up. And then I was gonna do hickory. I tried sample with hickory, but it was showing off too much, and I didn't like that. It wasn't really black tone on tone, so I went with forest moth, and thinking it's a forest, camping and all that. So I actually like that a lot. So, having said that, I'm going to start working on the new version of the card. So let's put this on the side. I already have my base worked out over here, and I created my top panels, and for this one I did 3 layers of 110-pound black cardstock. For the original one, I just used 1 panel die cut, and then I did foam tape, black foam tape, to get the dimension I wanted. But I was out of black foam tape, so that's why I went with the multiple panels of the die cut. And for the die cut, I used this die cut that is by Impression Obsession, and this is called the Aspen and Pine Forest die cut. And it's not the easiest die to get a clean cut. You have to really run it through a couple of times, and it takes a couple of shims, at least in my big shot. But like I said, I did it and I put adhesive on the back, double-sided adhesive, so I could layer the 3 sections. And for the sake of my card, for the 3 sections, I didn't need the bottom. I'm calling them sections. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a piece of black. I'm going to put this aside for right now, and I'm going to ink. Think of it if you're doing, because we're going to we're going to stick this on here. This is going to be the section that we glue only the bottom part to our card base. So I want the top layer of this to have just a slight tone-on-tone look. So kind of up here I want it to look inked. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the ink and just work it over here. And then you can kind of position it to see how it looks. That's good. And now we could put this down. And I'm just going to go from corner to corner, so it's easier to cut off. And trim my back panel. Now there's parts of it that didn't have a lot of adhesive. There we go. Everything's gluing down, and you see the dimension that it created. Not sure why. Let's clean the work surface from that ink that I put on there. Okay, so that's that. I swear, this card, the longest part was the die cut, because of it's just a very intricate die cut, and it just took forever to die cut. On the same note, here's another back panel that I did. Let me show it to you. Where did I put it? Here. Can you see this? Can you make out the tone-on-tone that I got with this? I used a stencil. I used this stencil by Hero Arts. Where's the... Yeah. No, where's my Hero Art? Where's the packaging for this? Here we go. It came in a pack of 2. This Hero Arts stencil. So they have a name. It's called SA140 Natural Pattern Stencil Pairs. And it comes with 2 stencils. This one and then this floral one. And I used this one. And I initially thought I was going to go with this one as my background. Tone on tone. And I used it with... what did I use with this? I think it was... maybe this was the hickory smoke that I used on this, but it was two tone. I didn't like it. It didn't give me enough contrast, so that's where I went with the die cut. Okay, so that's done. So now we're gonna put double-sided adhesive on the bottom, and I'm going to do it with this instead, so that I know. If you want to use, you can use any adhesive. If you're going to use wet adhesive glue, you can. I seldom use glue for anything. I usually use double-sided tape for everything. I'm just impatient and don't like to see the glue dry. Okay. And then we'll take the back panel that we created and we'll put it down. Try to make it align correctly. And we'll put it there. And then that's done. And so that's our background. And now we add our little critter and stuff to it. And, you know, and that's why I like having all this stuff already done in the background. Isn't this cute? I love this little set. I have a little set, a little tiny little, let me get a little block here. Camping. I want to put a little camp. Let's see if I can position this so I could make it darker. There we go. What else is in there? What is that? I don't know what that is. Okay. Put that back there. Okay, so I'm going to use a pen to make the edges black. And we're going to position this over here. Yeah. So we want like some adhesive on this side and some double-sided tape, some pop-ups. Like that. Let's push this a little higher up. Put it like there. And cut this off. Okay, so like that. Okay, so now I want a little piece of scratch paper to make the tent, the inside of the tent. And I want to give the tent some dimension also. I'm going to use the same green, since the tent is green. Good enough. See, like that. Let's make the flap of the tent black, and I'm going to cover trying to stay in the line. I swear I'm having shaky hands. There we go. And make this. So now, let's put this one over here. We're going to position the tent like that and cut the excess off. And like that, we made the tent have a background and give it dimension, like that. And now let's put adhesive on the tent and position the tent up here. Like right there. There. So that's going to be right there. So now the guy who's sleeping, let's clean this up. Little bear who's sleeping is going to go over here. I think he needs to be popped up a little bit. Okay, more dimension tape. And put him here. Oh, I don't like him with his ear. So yeah, like that. And then let's make, oh, I know what, I know. The little bear with the lantern, I don't have any left of him, so let's stamp him out and color him up. First, let's use what color? Browns on him. In that black, then let's do like a silver color on this in the top of his little lantern. And let's do a light yellow for his little lantern. And let's cut him out. Let's fussy cut him out. I think it's cute because the little sign says there's bears, and they are bears. So the bears are the ones who are camping. So I think it's very cute. And making cards about camping that's as close to camping as I want to get. little eyes, so they are a little more. And his little nose. Okie dokie. He's gonna be popped up. Get a bigger piece. Completely off the mark when it comes to cutting. There we go. So he's going to be right there. Right there. It's too big. Okay, so now let me get a little bit of mustard seed yellow in a tiny little brush. Let's use this brush. And then he's going to be right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little circle of yellow there to give it a glow of the lantern. See? That's cute. So let's put him right there. Oh, come on. I want to move him down a little bit more, so I'm going to put more ink down lower. Yeah, like that. There we go. I like that better. Okay, so the top is good. So now let's build the stopper, and I'm going to do the stopper with the fire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to fold the fire up, and I'm going to use 2 fires like this and kind of put them, make the fire a little stronger. So that's why I'm going to do them twice. No, I think the other one was once and I did it and it was fine. So I'm just going to go with once and it'll be fine, I think. But I am going to use double-sided tape on the fire. I have this really skinny one, which is, I think, 1/8 of an inch. And I'm just going to put it on the bottom. Burnish it. Come on, peel. I want to, where's my black pen that I had out? Here it is. Do the same thing to the fire. Okay. And now we can make the fire over here. And that could be the stopper. Isn't that cute? I love it. So cute. Okay. And I have a couple of rocks, and I put rocks on the other one. I put them over here, so I'm going to do the same thing. And just for a little extra just for a little variation, putting them at different angles, and then just trimming off the excess. But nothing goes to waste. I take that little excess that I trimmed off and put them in. Like that. Just one. Like that. Isn't that cool? This card has a lot of dimensions, so it definitely has to be extra postage or hand delivered type of card. I'm going to send it, I think I'm going to send it to my goddaughter, whose birthday is in September and who is very outdoorsy and very in touch with nature. Completely the opposite of moi. Oh, and if you're interested about these, this little, it's actually a brush. I got the whole pack on Amazon for like really cheap, like $9.99. They were so cute. And they come in a tube with all these colors. Very cute. Yeah, here's the tube. See, they come in a tube. And they're great for small spaces. Okay, so the last thing I did with the card was I added stars, and my stars are black buttons, or not buttons, what do you call these? Oh, I can't think of the word. Enamel dots. Oh, I couldn't think of the word. Enamel dots. Black enamel dots. But you could use, you know, the Nouveau dots. You could make your own Nouveau dots with them too. So we could fold it down like this, and then add some Nouveau dot, black enamel dots to it in the background. And I would put in the bigger openings, I would put some of the bigger ones, maybe tucking it in. Oh, here's like that. So you have some bigger ones and then some little ones. I even cut a couple of them in half. Since I was going to tuck them in, no need to waste a whole dot. It worked out okay. Come on, stick it, go in there. There we go. like that. You could even use clear ones too, instead of black ones. But I thought the black ones was another element for the tone on tone parameter. And that's it. That's the card. Notice that on my original one, I put the fire a lot further to the outside edge. The card could almost stand by itself. But here are my two cards. It's a really cute card. That's it. That's the card for this current episode of Craft Roulette, number 78, I believe. Until next time, take care. Bye.